Hey, welcome to Santosha Spirit. This is a daily reading for the 10th of July 2021, and it's the new moon in Cancer today here in Australia. It was at 11:15 this morning, Eastern Standard Time. I have the Radiant Rider-Waite and the Wild Unknown Tarot to do the reading today. So Cancer, Moon, Sun in Cancer. It's all about the home, the heart, gentle, soft, compassionate, nurturing energy, trusting, being really aware of service to others and how allowing other people to be of service to you. I'm hearing you cannot always be the giver. You need to also open yourself up to receive. So there's quite a few different aspects with this moon. The sun and the moon in Cancer are trine Neptune, so it's a very spiritual energy abounding with this moon. It's just really about connecting more with spirit, and you could feel into that spirit in nature, like going and sitting under a tree. I was doing this before, went for a big walk in the bush, and just with the trees for a bit and listened to the wind in the trees and just felt into that grounding energy. You can hear spirit better there, so it's all about just feeling in to the bigger cosmic picture and understanding that all is perfect with what's unfolding around us. So Mercury in Gemini trines Jupiter in Pisces, which is encouraging us to open our minds to more ideas, just open up and just feel into if things resonate with us and expand us and allow us to grow, or if they don't resonate with us. But it's really important to release judgment. Release any judgments we have over other people's perceptions of life, even when they're completely different to us. We have the Mars-Venus conjunct in Leo, which is exact on Tuesday. So, it's also that the Mars-Venus in Leo opposes Saturn in Aquarius and trined Chiron in Aries. So there's a strong emphasis on relating with love and joy, but it's also activating those inner child wounds. It's rubbing, all of these restrictions that are going on, the Saturn, the rules, could be really activating some wounds, some internal wounds, and within the relationship, it can help that relationship to grow, or maybe it will sever it. But I'm hearing that for people that have done a lot of their healing work and are quite conscious of their projections and, have really owned their own energy, this is such a powerful time of alchemy to really, really grow and really, really just feel into that beautiful safety, that beautiful feeling of home that you have with your significant other, and especially on Tuesday when it's an exact conjunction. And also we know that Saturn is continuing to square Uranus, I think for the rest of the year, for a long time, for a while anyway. So, but we have this Cancer energy. It's soft, it's nurturing, it's compassionate, it's allowing us to be more in our heart space. So let's just see what these cards want to tell us as well about this new moon in Cancer. Hopefully you've put some new seeds of intention out into the universe. Just trusting that everything happens as it will. There's the star, the Aquarius energy. This is healing. Huge healing that's taking place right now globally. It's enlightenment, it's Uranus energy. So it is that, with that Saturn continuing to square Uranus, putting, Uranus is in Taurus. It's really, there's more, people are opening up more and more, expanding their perception of life more and more through these energies. You know, it's so obvious a lot of the time that adversity brings growth, or, you know, we can either go one way or the other. We can really grow, or we can get really stuck and resist change. But there's sudden enlightenments happening, sudden awakenings that are going on, and the star signifies this. But we have the Five of Swords. There's also a lot of cutting communication. There's a lot of really harsh communication that's happening, especially on social media, with these differences of opinions. And that's the Mercury in Gemini trine Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is in retrograde. It's moved back into Pisces. So it's, excuse me one sec, cards are flying. Yeah, it's the, you know, really, wherever we're judging, we really need to sit with ourselves with these judgments. Yes, people can be harsh and bully, like pack bullying on social media, which we have a lot of, especially in our area. But that's just where they're at. That's just where those particular people are at, and there's no need to judge. That's just where they're at. And just allow that to be. You do not need to engage. This is the spiritual energy of Neptune, Sun and Moon in Cancer, trining Neptune. It is spiritual maturity right now. We are, you know, finding that heart, beautiful heart space. It's not being downtrodden, like getting stepped on and pushed around and, you know, pushed into submission. We've also got very activated solar plexus here. So we're allowing that inner power, that inner knowing to guide us to be really strong in ourselves and just very centered. So it allows us to be what we truly are, and that is love. Sending love wherever we go before we go there. Whenever there's harsh communication happening on social media, just let it go. Just turn it off. You can always walk away. You don't have to get involved. You can love and support your friends if you feel like they're getting bullied, but as soon as you know, retaliate and be immature like a child, a schoolyard bully, because some people are like that. And this is this harsh energy here. And we have the Six of Wands. So having success over, because we've got the Five of Cups. I'm hearing these two come out at the same time, the Six of Wands and the Five of Cups. So we're mastering our grief, we're mastering our emotions, we're mastering and we're having success and victory over how we feel during this time, because for me especially, I've had a lot of grief. And I feel like a lot of grief that perhaps I hadn't expressed at different times, but it's really coming out. It's been a lot of, you know, heart activation energy. And look at this horse. It's so like, oh my gosh, there's disappointment here, and there's always going to be disappointment if we have expectations. And we can get really upset when someone that we thought was a friend starts communicating harshly, but there's so much healing energy here, and there's victory over just walking away from any harsh communication, or just being in that loving heart space, because everybody is navigating this as best they can, and there's no need to judge or be righteous or anything. There's a new beginning here, and I'm hearing for a lot of people, you know, a lot of people are just beginning to wake up, and it's terrifying. And it's terrifying, but we need to trust. We need to trust and have compassion for people, everybody. Everyone's fighting a battle we know nothing about. And they might come across as really harsh and bullying, but, you know, that's just the only way they know how to stick up for themselves, I guess. Wow, we got the Five of Swords twice. Yeah, these energies are so strong. And I'm hearing it's having victory over communication, diffusing harsh communication, really softening it. Because we've got the fight with this house, nurturing. So it could be within the home, the family. And a lot of us have been experiencing this. Differing opinions within the family. There's always going to be the way. There's always going to be like a black sheep of the family. There's always going to be someone who doesn't agree with something that you agree with. And what I'm hearing here is, there's victory over this harsh communication. And, even though it's created quite a bit of sadness, that there's a lot of people that perhaps we need to let go of, because we've got the nine of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. So maybe, there could be a relationship breakdown because of harsh communication and you're feeling sad, but you're also standing in your own authenticity, truth, and your own grounded power. And, what I'm hearing is right now, we do not compromise. Do not compromise who we truly are just to please other people. Yes, Cancerians can be very, really have a lot of that beautiful giving, being of service to people. But the balance here is being really, having your own roots down, really grounded in your own sense of self and your own authenticity. I'm just going to read the star here. Standing outside on a dark night, you gaze up at the stars and sense glimmers of wonder and hope. Even though you can't find concrete answers to life's many questions up there in the sky, you can't help but feel comforted and renewed. Such is the energy of the star card. It's not about actions or situations. It is simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and serene. This force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity. A lovely card. And look at this light and the Six of Wands as well. We need to find this light in ourselves. It's a new beginning. It's a renewal. It's a rebirth, I'm hearing. I'm feeling that energy with this Cancer moon. There could be some grief. There might have been a lot of tears leading up, but we're standing more in our own grounded power, and our home is a safe place from this harsh communication. And it's so interesting, when I walked back in the door and drove in, I live in a bush kind of environment, rural, walking in the door, and I just had, from going shopping, and it's kind of, it's not as much of an enjoyable experience shopping at the moment, especially for someone who chooses not to mask up. But walking back into my home, I just felt such a sense of peace and gratitude to Spirit for allowing me to have this safe, sacred place away from any harshness of the external world, because we need to find that light in ourselves. And it's really about owning our own energy, really being true to who you are, that spark, that essence, that essence of who you are, and allowing just a real grounded energy and a really open heart space to take you forward anywhere you go, sending love everywhere you go before you get there, and meeting people with a smile, with eye contact, because everyone is struggling, regardless of what your view is on what is going on right now. Everybody is struggling internally. And the more we are feeling into this lightness within ourselves, the more we wash ourselves clean of old stories and old painful stories. We allow the tears to fall, and we allow that deep sense of trust in the bigger picture of the universe and what's playing out here. The more we can be that light for other people. Anyway, I love you.